Hello, tea people. I'm gonna prepare some tea. So skip ahead, scroll through the video if you want to get into the tasting notes. Thank you to Tim Con TIM.KAHN. That one is Jernoldi over at freesound.org. Pretty old sticker here. Which is good for me. So today, classic, right? Classic recipe. No need to be crazy about it, but if I can. Wow. Just look at the color difference on this. Much redder. So the storage on the left here is actually Seattle storage. Because I've had this cake for, on the left here, for, I don't know, 8 years. The cake on the right here, it's not picking up perfectly with the saturation balance on the camera, but they're just a redder hue to the this cake. It's gonna be interesting to brew these up because I think they will brew up quite a bit different in terms of their color, like the soup color. But we'll find out. Excited to bring you along on this one. So maybe the second most famous Dayi recipe. And here's the 2009 version. Oops, getting a little bit of that mixed pollination over there. Uh-oh. Hard to see the difference, but just the material is just a little bit paler, a little less red. Get in here. Get into a clean area here. I'm not gonna pull off too much on here. Oops, did not do that on camera. Oh. Okay. Don't know if this is the sort of vibe everyone would be into in terms of the pacing of this one and the sounds on the cake and opening the cake up and so forth, although I got my stinking hand in the way. Arm. Calibration seems a little off. Hold on, I'm gonna recalibrate this 1 second. Okay, giving up on that. We do have almost identical quantity of material on each side. It's going to be imperfect. The weighing doesn't also represent, to be clear, how I normally prepare tea, which is that I don't normally weigh tea. On the right here we have the 2006, and on the left 2009. Pause. Okay, and we're back. So, hello everybody. Classic recipe, like I said, and 3 years apart difference. Different batches, not that that matters too much to me. As a pretty inexperienced puerh drinker, all things considered, compared to some. Gonna get a rinse on these and then show everybody what they look like. The 2009 version is the first batch. The 2006 version is the third batch. Got some bubbles on the rim in there on the 2009 version. And none really in the 2006. Let's push this down here. Hardly any discernible difference in terms of the color. I'd say the left one does look a little bit greener to me. In terms of the color. Now we're going to do one of those like Jenga thingies or whatever where you got to track the teacup, but I'm going to switch them just to make sure the light's not off. 2006 is on the left now. And yeah, it does look a little less green to me. I think that that's also fairly visible on camera. So it's worth noting that when you're drinking tea, do you notice all these differences and stuff? Yeah, I'm actually expecting to notice a difference in taste on these two teas. Not just from the batching, obviously, but okay. Let's go ahead and get some smells in here. 2009. mm. Mm. Smelling really nice. You know, that kind of peaty diesel gasoline, earthy desert hay, earth mushroom thing complex. On this, it kind of rounds into a brown sugary sweet thing. Slightly herbaceous. Wow. So much more barn and hay. And diesel smells like a very different tea. So much darker. Okay. Reboiling the water. Okay. I'm just gonna zoom out just a little bit more here. Let's see if I can do this way. I want to be able to show everyone the liqueur 2009 on the left. Really brilliant yellow. Yeah. Pretty noticeably different soup color. Cinnamon on the nose on the Cha Hai on the 2009. Plum and sandalwood on the 2006. Incense. Pretty insane. And look at the difference in color. Again, not, you know, this isn't perfect, but and my camera setup is not amazing, but it is evident. It's certainly evident. Getting back here on the guy one. Wow, a really I don't know. Thinking about it, it reminds me of growing up, going to a hair salon and getting my hair done. Kind of like a really herbaceous, sweet, timey. I mean, shampoo. What does shampoo mean, right? Reminds me of a shampoo I grew up with. Yeah. Much more barn and hay on the 2006. Okay. So I have water in hand here. Let's go ahead and compare the material again here. Get back in here and see. Anything is evident. A little too close. Again, I think pretty noticeably different color. And this is what, 3 years. But is this really just 3 years? This is storage. This is Taiwan stored on the right. Actually, no, I'm sorry. This is not Taiwan stored on the right. I don't know where this Dayi reseller is storing their tea. It's in China. On the left is Seattle. Really, really different color in terms of the soup. Okay, so 15 minutes in, haven't had a sip yet. Having some water. All right, 2009. Cheers. Mm. Nice way on. Sour, still tastes a little green to me. Notes of fruit, a little bit of that cinnamon spice earth. Bitter mate, hay, a little sourness. Slightly astringent. 2009. Sorry, 2006. Cheers. We have a sip of water actually. The fruit on it is subtle. On the 2009. Cheers. Mm-hmm. Much more intense and strong. Sandalwood. Rounder on the mid notes. It's bitter, but the hay, the greenness on the bitterness is not there. Reboiling the water. Returning kind of plum sweetness. Nice. Yeah. Okay. Gonna go 2006 first and then 2009 this time. Oh man. So powerful. Even this recipe is strong. Man, there's so much like frankincense and earth and some peatiness and then like raisins. This really it smells so sweet. I'm so excited for both of these teas. In like 10 years, especially. I want to make sure I catch these before that plumminess goes away. I think the 2006 is starting to get very close. Wow, much more of that kind of like sweet iwu green floral. Now, wow, it was really nice. Such a different complexion. Genuinely would be drinking these blind would think these are different teas. I mean, different puerh. Again, really pretty clearly brewing out much more distinctly dark on the right. It's not like it's a huge margin. Okay? It's not a huge margin. But it's pretty obvious. I think it's obvious on camera. Okay. 2006. Cheers. resinous, oily, little bit of diesel. Oh. Some sourness at the end, but a lot of high notes. Brown sugar sweet. These are high notes for sheng tea. So, and I guess young like iwu and stuff like that is very high noted and floral, like I said. Obviously green tea is the other one that you would think of to just be extremely high noted and crisp. So high noted for sheng. I want to be clear. It's not like a green tea. Cheers. Have a nice water. Much sweeter. The 2006 just has a much sweeter flavor. It's less bitter by quite a bit. And again, this is storage more than yours. Good viscosity, but less oily. Really nice kind of flowery, crisp notes on top. Wow, this episode's going on for a long time. Not trying to take forever here, but I am trying to enjoy myself. I'm doing the same profile again this time. Excuse me, I'm doing the 2006 first. Let it hang out a little bit longer this time. 2009 is definitely much more bitter. Third steeping here. Wow, the color difference is that much more obvious now. Really nice sweetness on these. Let's see if I can get this here. It's amazing how with ambient humidity and cold temperatures here, the floral high notedness on this tea on the left really has stayed higher and or has stayed around for longer. So I'd say that it's not gonna age out things as quickly, obviously, but if you want to have some of those higher notes stay around and that part of the profile is nice and the basier notes aren't as intense, then it'll work out. It means that this one is more bitter and bassy and intense and a little bit gnarlier right now because on the 2009, because it just has less biological age, if you will. This one's much sweeter and more mellow on the right. Cheers. Well, the 2006 version is actually really nice today. It's hit that point. And I think you can brew it pretty hard. I'm really looking forward to steeping kind of like 6, 7, 8 as a litmus test on these teas to see where they end up, especially after the bitterness wears off in 2009. What's left over? What's that sort of complexion of that kind of flowery sweetness look like? Nice, a little bit of a creaminess in this. It's much higher noted in its sweetness. Yeah, much greener and kind of sweet green, not vegetal, but still kind of greener flavors. almost perfumey, maybe like hints of rosewood. One sec. Okay, hopefully background sounds aren't being picked up too much. This has been a fun one. You can buy these teas from all sorts of different places. I don't remember where I picked up the 2009 version. Had that for a long time hanging out. 2006 version just did a time out order with James Dizzle, and that was a fun one to all go do together. So I'll have a couple more teas on from that one. I do have a 7574 comparison. So that's going to be the 2008 and 2006 versions that I'll bring on somewhat soon. So you can look forward to seeing that. We did split a cake of Dayi 2015, excuse me, Dayi Purple Dayi, I believe, is 2015. And split that with another friend as well. So what I have like some samples of that to try, or I guess kind of a big chunk of it. And yeah, more ripe. More raw on the horizon. I will also. Have I done the Boolong Double Lion episode yet? I can't even remember. It's been a whirlwind. Getting to 100 episodes this year, y'all. We're doing it, pushing. So yeah, I it is currently May 6th when I'm recording this right now. It's going to be like mid to late May when this comes out, and I have green, white, and black teas inbound with more ordering to do. So I'm hopeful, besides getting nothing from China at this point at all, that stuff from Taiwan and other countries, Malaysia, Vietnam, will be available. Hope your tea purchasing has been fruitful this spring season. Hopefully you're drinking some of that old good. Adios, muchachos, muchachas, and muchachers.